You are live, my friend.
What's really good, everybody? It's your man Chris, aka can y'all see it? Apocalypse throwing it up. Hey, Blurred Minds Media hitting you off with another edition of Monday Night Mayhem. It's going down. Tag Team Mixtape Volume 3. The series continues, man. The saga continues, y'all. We've been delving into great tag teams between both major federations for WCW and WWF/WWE for legal purposes and shit. I got my man Jay Wilder Jerk co-riding with me, riding shotgun. What's good with you?
Oh man, just another Monday, my friend. Got a bourbon mixed up in a bowl pack, just ready to go through these next ultimate tag teams on this volume 3.
That's right. Anybody that's viewing, or if you catch the replay, excuse the big purple headphone wire that will be in my shot for the duration of the show. Having a little audio issue, but we're gonna push through. Hopefully, Uncle Eugene, one of our recent additions, will chime in. Hopefully, we love Uncle Eugene and we love his insight and knowledge of 90s, 80s, and 90s professional wrestling. That is the heyday we focus and feature on Monday Night Mayhem. Shout out to another one of our founders, JD. He's under the weather tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So shout out to JD. Hope you feel better soon, bro. Maybe if you watch some Shop Talk Sports. Okay. A little Monday Night Mayhem, maybe in the studio, right? Because that's all we want to do is bring somebody's day, all right? In any capacity. Those two shows cracking off. But for tonight, right now, we're focusing on Monday Night Mayhem, Tag Team Mixtape Volume 3. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. So who you want to roll with first, man? Who we jumping in on? You want to readdress Edge and Christian for a second?
Well, it's kind of funny you brought that up because when we last left our heroes, Christian Cage and Sexton Hardcastle, I did want to leave tonight's show with following it up real quick. Because I still maintain my notes. Like I was saying, before we totally went off the rail with it last week. Here they go. The Bunkweed Brothers. That's what I said.
The Bunkweed Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Riding.
Right. Riding. Well, not dirty. I guess that'd be just, slightly stained.
Smoking, pressing, shopping expenses.
But anyway, so you flash forward, like I said, the WWF jump. Initially, they were with Gangrel and forming the Brood. They got some business sense and broke away from that. It's funny because Gangrel's going to pop up when we discuss the Hardy Boys. And I'm going to tie that into, a little later. Actually, all three tag teams we featured tonight, Edge, Christian, finishing up, Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys, and the Dudley Boys. They all have interchangeable storylines in regards to their ultimate ride. But for Edge and Christian, real quick, okay, WrestleMania 2000 is where they obtained their first title run as a tag team, okay? WrestleMania 2000 was a big one as well because they secured their first title reign in a three-way ladder match, okay? Reverting back to a headlining man show, the first WWF match was 94 with Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. So you flash forward 6 years later, WrestleMania, the Super Bowl of the WWE, their big show yearly, a three-way team ladder match pretty much had not been done in the WWF. Once again, the competition forcing Vince McMahon's hand, okay? WCW, ECW, even a lot of out-of-U.S. promotions that featured multi-team tag matches of this variety, particularly with the hardcore element. So for it to be showcased on a major corporate stage known as WrestleMania, Edge and Christian, they've taken their first steps and planting themselves as tag team legends. Staple moves, you already know, the concerto. I love to play on words, particularly as a musician. and their little goofy in-ring pose or Edge would announce for the benefits of those who have flash photography. Whether they were a heel face turn back and forth, the fans loved them regardless. The first TLC match later on that same year, 2000, not ladder match, TLC match. See, this became a staple of Edge and Christian as a tag team. SummerSlam 2000, once again, the unholy trinity of tag teams. We talk about Edge, Christian, the Hardy Boys, and the Dudley Boys, all three teams participating in that match. At the end of the day, career highlights, 7 World Tag Team title reigns, okay? Solo, Christian secured in the WWF/WWE a Cruiserweight title, and Edge had 2 solo Intercontinental title reigns and 2 World title reigns. So that would be the WWE Singles title as well. All right. Edge and Christian finishing up from last week. Definitely wanted to leave the show, touch base on that, kind of wrap that up. Okay, TLC, y'all see the banner. You know, Vince, once again, I reiterate, having his hand forced. All right, taking the elements from WCW and ECW, who he eventually bought out. Okay, those companies went bankrupt, but bringing that element to the main stage. So exciting to see, man. TLC, the series between these three teams, they had 2 TLC matches, man. If you ever get a chance, go back and watch both of them. A lot of holy shit moments, particularly talking about the WWE, all right? So with that, later on, down the line, Christian's contract wasn't renewed. He eventually did a stint in TNA. I recently actually seen him pop up in Cody Rhodes' promotion to AEW as recent as last year. And so, y'all know his history with his neck injury, had him out for several years. I believe he actually returned to the active roster, I believe 2018. But we focus on the Edge and Christian heyday, their inception in the late 90s and then their early 2000 runs. Definitely one of the all-time great tag teams. First ballot Hall of Famers, no doubt. And guys who probably smoke, like J1 said, just really shitty weed. Straight up, man. But
they look like stunt doubles for Shaggy in a Scooby-Doo movie.
I like that. For real. Stunt doubles with Shaggy and Scooby. Straight up. There they go. Christian Cage and Sexton Hardcastle, a.k.a. Andrew Christian. Okay. WWF/WWE Legends. If you get a chance, also check out their podcast. I've checked it out a few times over the last year, so it's really not bad. They get really good and goofy with it. Just like
what's the name of that? What's the name of that podcast? Stories from the Stud Stable?
Oh, now that's the podcast we got to do. We're not doing podcasts from the Stud Stable. That is not how we get down for mass media. All right, we're gonna leave that alone. All right. So, J-Walk, it's all right with you. We'll push forward. Okay. So, next up, let's get it. Jeff Mack, Hardy Boys, a.k.a. Team Extreme. There they go.
Team Extreme.
Oh, man.
They were definitely some very acrobatic cats. I'll give them that.
Definitely. I've stated on an older Myhem program under the U-Ho banner, when it comes to high flyers, Jeff individually is will always be one of my favorites. Okay. Yet as a tag team, Hardy Boys really laying down groundbreaking tag team action during the heyday of that WWF stand. All right. I'm going to dip into the early days real quick. All right. Did my digging, did my homework, doing my diligence once again, and dug up what was known as an independent circuit known the Omega Independent Circuit, based out of North Carolina, which is where they are actually from.
Fucking Tar Heels.
Tar Heel. I wonder if they're Tar Heel or Duke fans. I wonder.
They look like Tar Heel fans.
They look like Tar Heel fans. I don't know. Maybe NC State. They are definitely not Duke fans. Look at that. They look like a Duke fan. Those guys look like Duke fans.
Yeah, they actually do because they look like they have daddy issues. So they probably are. They probably did go to Duke.
They did it. Oh, they didn't go to Duke. No, I don't think they went to Duke. So, like I said, coming out of that independent circuit, the Omega circuit, the home state North Carolina, WWF, still under WWF banner now. Okay, legal purposes. Debuted '98. It's so funny. Their original manager, and when I did this homework, and I'm like, I had totally forgot this. Their original manager, as far as the WWF, was Michael P.S. Hayes, a name that's been brought up several times over the last few weeks. Okay, connect the dots, people. Connect the dots. Okay, the architect of my guy Jay Wall's guy, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and his finisher, like Stone Cold Stunner. You know, I mentioned Michael P.S. Hayes as well. Going all the way back to last week, discussing the Steiner Brothers. He was part of the Fabulous Freebirds, the team they defeated to have the Steiner Brothers' first title run. Flash forward to '98, Michael P.S. Hayes introduces us to the Hardy Boys. All right, first title reign achieved on a Monday Night Raw, June '99, and the team that they actually beat, JBL, Big Ron Simmons, aka the Acolytes. Okay. After that, a slight weird heel turn and a brief alliance to Gangrel after Edge and Christian had banished him and broken from the crew. And Gangrel tried to secure Jeff and Matt and introduced him as the new crew. That was to no avail. That storyline went quick, and I'm pretty sure no one's seen or heard from Gangrel again, thank God. Flash forward to the same year, '99, No Mercy pay-per-view. First tag team ladder match, okay? Secured a win in that. By this time, women's viewership, to help with women's viewership, WWF really started trying to step up the women's division, all right? And not making it so much of a sideshow. Really wanted to make it more of a feature. And a big part of that, Jay Wall mentioned herself, the hot chick leader.
Oh yeah, always showing that thong off for a guy on a Monday night.
Y'all love that thong, leader, man. So that, okay, and that synergy. Now they officially built Team Extreme. That's pretty much the 2002 run. So much history though, back and forth, because later on, once the name change became WWE, if you remember, in '02. The first year of the brand splits, when you talk Raw, SmackDown, the draft, and all that drama. Okay, this is the first year of that. There was already some tension backstage. Vince had no shyness whatsoever in wanting to feature Jeff as a singles wrestler and pretty much relegating Matt to the mid card. Matt took a heel turn, went to SmackDown. Jeff Hardy remained on Raw through the duration of his contract. Eventually, Jeff Hardy was released from his WWE contract 05 due to various out-of-ring issues. Jeff Hardy has a storied and well-documented substance abuse issue, if you will. I just think he's just a crazy kid who likes to get fucked up and wrestle. Whatever. I'm no therapist, all right?
Word.
You know, we're not here for that. I mean, really, do I look like I should be giving anybody any drug and alcohol counseling? Like, get the fuck out of here. And to expand on that point,
you got a shout out in the comments, man.
Okay.
Anthony Adams, shout out, yo, yo, yo. We just on here talking.
That's my man, Big A. My man Andy Adams, aka Big Body, chiming in. What's good? He's kind of having a rough time with a personal tragedy right now. So, you know, got my thoughts and prayers definitely going out to him. and the kids. Hope everybody's doing good. But back to Matt and Jeff. So, like I said, you're going to between Matt's heel turn, the brand splits, substance abuse issues. Both basically leave toward the end of '05. All right, '04. I'm sorry. Jeff pops up in what is now TNA. In his 2-year run, he had a couple of singles, world heavyweight title runs. Overall career highlights as far as the peak of the Hardy Boys, 6. Okay. 6 WWF title reigns. Once the brands were split and the name change became the WWE, they had a Raw and a SmackDown tag title reign as well. 1 actual WCW title reign, 2 TNA title reigns, and even dug up a Ring of Honor, if you are familiar with that promotion, and a tag team title reign in that promotion as well. Solo, like I said, Jeff had a couple of TNA World Heavyweight title runs in the WWF/WWE, 2 IC title runs solo, European titles, both held by both of them, by one time. Jeff actually held the hardcore title as far as the WWF on 3 separate occasions. And Matt held it 1. And Jeff also had, which was probably his first singles title, Jeff Hardy also had a cruiserweight title reign. All right. So
I remember that push for his solo career. I remember that push when he was up there in the running for the belts and shit.
Right. Do you remember the first major opponent when you talk about Jeff's initial solo push?
His first major opponent?
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but for some reason I want to say it was Mankind.
Close. So close. Undertaker.
Oh, the Undertaker.
Mm-hmm. Praise. Ooh. What's that doing up? Is that from last night at Shop Talk? This is motherfucking Monday Night Mayhem. Even though I do need my Braves to win. Braves in 6. Real talk. Braves in 6. Braves in 6. But that was Shop Talk Sports. This is motherfucking Monday Night Mayhem. Okay.
I do apologize, my friend. A little technical difficulty. My computer just decided to kick me completely out of everything. My bad. But for any MLB fans who also like wrestling, there you go. Just a little appetizer for what's to come on a Sunday.
Exactly. So, a lot of gold between building as a tag team and their individual solo careers. Yet, if you notice, as I ran down the list of individual titles, if you want to talk about prestige, Jeff still had more of those title runs than Matt. Okay. So, if you want to say individually who is the better wrestler per se,
he always seemed like he always had more of the draw. You know what I mean? More of the push, more of the bigger box office success. I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember their original intro. They actually made Jeff Hardy change his original intro. I remember the first couple of months or so. And when they would get him to the ring, Jeff would climb the turnbuckle, okay, and he would do like this suicide taunt like this, right? And you know, with the crazy colors and the hair and they're flying around everywhere. You think about the '90s and all alternative, like dark movement, I'm so deep, I'm so dark, and a whole new generation of wrestling fans. Yeah,
my daddy never hugged me.
Yeah, my daddy never. Yeah, that whole thing. You know, Aaron and Stain. You know, it's been a while. Like that whole spiel. Yeah. But yeah, they actually made him change that part of his intro. But I once again, even though it's blurred minds media, you know, it's where reality and fiction, those lines get blurred. So we're blurred minds. But we're talking blurred minds right here. because, like I referenced before, man, that was kind of foreshadowing. I felt when they quit making him do that, and you think about later on, and substance abuse issues per se, and causing contract releases, and a lot of people say he really took a lot of what would have been the prime of his career. They made a WWF return back in 2006. They worked independent circuits. I actually seen them as a tag team once again on Cody Rhodes' promotion AEW as recent as last year. Supposedly the storyline's on a world conquest to capture every tag team title from every promotion. So I don't know how that turned out because I kind of lost touch with AEW, but that Hardy Boys heyday, that Team Extreme, okay, man, when you got to reinvent your product, okay, this is definitely one that Vince McMahon hit the bullseye with, reinvigorating the tag team division. Okay, as we discussed, Edge, Christian, the Hardy Boys, and last but not least, and I'm really mad that JD and I'm on Eugene and not for this one, because that's who they build themselves as far as the next tag team we talking about, the Dudleys. Yeah, finishing up Matt and Jeff, that heyday, that all-time greatness, the Swanton Bomb, Twist of Fate, all that. There they go.
Yeah. But hey, man, before we get into the Dudley talk, why don't we take the people to a quick little commercial from our sponsors to show them how they can get their feet right.
You know what? Now.
Oh, grab you by the boo-boo, don't it?
Man. Shout out to the man, Adrian Richardson, the originator, the inventor of the Peacock collection. Okay, check out his footwear collection, his catalog. Get at that guy ASAP. Fall, winter's coming. You know you need to switch your style up, okay? Hit my man, Adrian Richardson, on our Peacock collection. We appreciate the support. And you guys, say if you get a chance, really support him. Cop you a pair of joints ASAP. All right. Boom. There's the fun. Where's my check? But this is Blurred Minds Media. Okay. This is Monday Night Mayhem. Tag Team Mixtape Volume 3. Finishing up this mixtape series as far as great tag teams. J-Wall.
Yeah, buddy.
I've been looking forward to this one right here.
Oh yeah, it's the one. It's the one you've been waiting on, huh? It's the one everybody was talking about last week. They was waiting on. So you better be ready to come with the heater on this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, J Wall the Jerk and your man Chris, aka Apocalypse, and Blurred Minds Media would like to introduce or reintroduce to you, the fans of Monday Night Mayhem. Many consider the all-time greatest tag team ever, the motherfucking Dudley Boys. Man, let's go. J-Wall, just like anything we try to do on Monday Night Mayhem, okay, the homework was immense and intense. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay?
Oh, I got you.
Had to sift through so much. And a lot of their history, I remembered, Woo. Lot to run through. And I'm going to try to break it down and compact it as best as I can, y'all, okay? Y'all know the origin story. Y'all know the company. Y'all know the threat to the mainstream known as EC fucking W. And when you talk about building that brand, when you talk about attacking the establishment in regards to professional wrestling, this team, no doubt, one of the building blocks of that promotion. All right, the Dudley Boys, man, we are so about to get into it. All right, originally, this was the Dudley family. They were all, quote unquote, the offspring of known who was Big Daddy Dudley. All right.
Oh yeah. Get into that, man, because this is some shit I've never heard before.
Right. Okay. Well, and real quick, originally, Bubba Ray, real name Mark LaMonaco. Maybe he's got some old mob ties, who knows? And Devon, which is cool how he came up with his character name because his real name is Devon Hughes. What? Okay, so originally ECW 96 to 99 run. Okay, the original Dudley family. The storyline was these were all the offspring of Big Daddy Dudley. So you got Bubba Ray, Devon. Remember Little Spike, and there was one last Dudley, the forgotten Dudley, Big Dick Dudley.
Big Dick Dudley. Well, where'd they find him at?
The Stud Stable? The fuck?
Where else would you find him? Probably hanging out with, I don't know, maybe Sexton Hardcastle.
Sexton Hardcastle. So check it. One of the early ECW pay-per-views, March 97, Hostile City. All right. This is where the Dudley Boys secured, I know, Big Dick Dudley. Like, what the fuck, man? This is where they secured their first ECW tag team title, all right? Throughout their 3-year history in ECW, we talk about main rivals, RVD, Rob Van Dam, and the Human Wrecking Ball.
Yeah.
Taboo!
That was at that time when they first started having really ECW on cable. They were definitely way more entertaining than WWF at the time.
I'm gonna tell you where I used to catch ECW. I will like get their videotapes or whatever. The first time I got to watch it on TV, when they first started at old WBNA TV 21, which is like a local station down here, they would show them like 1 o'clock in the morning, like Friday night. You know what I'm saying? That's how I first got to like see it outside of like their video cassette. You know what I mean? So now I get to watch it weekly. Main rivals, like I said, as far as the tag teams was Rob Van Dam and Sabu. Okay. How about this one? Tommy Dreamer and the guy that your boy, Stone Cold Steve Austin, stole his beer drinking gag from. Another ECW original, the Sandman.
So there's a Sandman was Stone Cold before Stone Cold. Is that what you're saying? Was he a bald-headed, leather cut wearing dude? Like it was the same character?
No, but he actually drank his beer, not class beers together, and poured foam on his face. He came out with a kendo stick, a beer, I think like something like a 24-ounce Old Milwaukee, something really trashy as a beer, smoking a Marlboro, and when he finished his beer, he would crush the can on his fucking head. That was the Sandman's intro. So shout out to you. Yeah, we all know, yeah. But anyway, so Tommy Dreamer and Sandman, another big tag team rival with Dudley's face throughout their ECW duration. And last but not least, Axel Rotten and Big Balls Mahoney.
Man, we gotta save all these fucking names, bro. We're going through a fucking list of them. So this guy is Big Balls Mahoney.
Yes,
how do you spell Mahoney?
I mean, you look at Bubba Ray and Devon, okay? I mean, Bubba Ray, a good portion of their heyday, he weighed, you know what I'm saying, that 290 to 305, 310 mark. You know what I'm saying? Even with Devon being short, he was still solid and stout, you know, 255 to 260, okay? These two guys I'm talking about, Axel Rotten and Big Balls Mahoney, they would come in with these trashy Moondog shorts and combat boots on with crazy hair dye, swinging their chairs, swinging their balls.
That's when wrestling really got to the extreme of it all.
I mean,
when you just started ball slapping some guy named Big Balls Mahoney.
So those are the three main tag team rivalries they had during their ECW title run. Okay, excuse me. Jump 99. All right, their WWF jump, still WWF. All right, reminding you, the WWE name change officially doesn't happen until 2002. The WWF signing of the Dudley Boys is more than interesting, which I knew the whole story from the jump. So in researching it, it was like a refresher course.
Shout out Irk the Nerve in the comments section.
Irk the Nerve, Mr. Somebody, because everybody's somebody. And check him out on Somebody Gotta Say This Shit under his platform. Okay, Irk the Nerve, getting it done. Appreciate the love, bro. We're going to get back to it, all right? So, like I said, the WWF sign was really interesting because Paul Heyman is instrumental in the quote-unquote fall of ECW as a company. Long story short, he basically cut a deal with Vince McMahon to supply talent to the WWF, all right? And the Dudley Boys was definitely like the first major acquisition from the ECW roster, all right? Debut in August. It's a heel turn, and to build their base as the new tag team heel, you need to put bitches through tables, okay? And I literally
put that bitch through the table.
Females, okay, like for real. And I got the list, bro. Trish Stratus.
Females.
I got the list. Trish Stratus, Tori Wilson, Miss Thong, Lita herself, Stacy Keebler, Molly Holly. Man, let's do it. I mean, even I couldn't believe Vince McMahon signed off on a heel tag team storyline of this variety. Just let them put bitches through tables.
Put bitches through tables. Sometimes you just got to put a bitch through a table, you know what I mean?
Well, building off their already hardcore repertoire, particularly with the Dudley Death Drop, that's a devastating finisher anyway. And now you add the table element to it. Man. All right. Mid-2000. That's where business for the Dudleys really picked up. All right. Taking out the mid-card tag team. If you remember Test and Albert, they were a tag team that was featured by Trish Stratus, one of the bitches they put through a table. They kind of made a face turn briefly or whatever and stuff. King of the Ring showcased the King of the Ring 2000, taking out DX in a tag team dumpster match.
Oh, shit. Throwing bitches in the dumpster.
Hey, once again, bringing the hardcore element to the mainstream. Vince had to play that card. You know, y'all gotta understand Vince McMahon thing is it's not if you can't beat them, join them. If you can't beat them, buy them the fuck out.
Simple as that.
I digress from my
bank
point.
Takes little bank.
That's right. Like I said, between the other two tag teams featured tonight, man, Edge and Christian and Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys, so intertwined. Once again, the back-to-back TLC matches that these three teams perform. I mean, it's devastating, man. It is. Just because it's scripted doesn't mean it's still not going to hurt. Okay? Invasion storyline. When supposedly WCW and ECW were merging to take over the WWF, you know what I'm saying? They, as the Dudleys, were a big part of that storyline because by this time, they can officially be recognized and billed as the only tag team to have ECW, the WCW, and WWF World Tag Team title.
That's flexing. That's flexing.
Right. Flexing. Okay. Business really gets funny though when the brand splits happen. And now the draft. All right. Bubba Ray is on Raw. Devon gets shipped to SmackDown. Devon takes on the alter ego. Okay. Brother Devon, the crooked bastard. I don't know if you remember that. What was funny though, one of his first disciples.
Actually, I don't. I wish I would have known something about that. I would have tried to get a picture of that shit.
Man, you know I do my homework, Jay. Okay, I actually do remember that because his first disciple in that character storyline happened to be in an early Batista.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right. Eventually, they flicked back up that same year, 2002, with Survivor Series. All right, that was the reunion. By 2004, they had won both the Raw and SmackDown tag team titles, okay? Making them the first team to achieve that feat. Because now we're 2 years into the brand split. Each brand has a world title and a world tag team title, all right? Okay? Last really big WWF, well, by then WWE billing was One Night Stand when they would bring ECW back as a full card for that whole night. Their contract, they already knew their WWE contracts were not going to be renewed. So that was their WWE swan song. Okay. Flash forward to 2005 and then to 2008, they went down to TNA due to legal reasons. They had to switch their actual billing. So now they're going from the Dudley Boys to Team 3D, naming that after their finishing move, of course, and individually having to be billed as Brother Ray and Brother. All right. After it, well, during that, and then all the way to 2015, they still remain active, dipping in and out of TNA / what became Impact Wrestling and New Japan Wrestling as well. All right. They made a brief WWE return from 15 to 16. Okay, kind of like a Hall of Fame swan song. Anybody and everybody knows that they were going to be first ballot Hall of Famers as far as the WWE Hall of Fame. They actually got inducted also in TNA's Hall of Fame. So when you talk about tag team accolades, whew, it's superb. All right.
Legendary status. Legendary status tag team.
Yeah. I mean, their WWF debut, they were still in the tie-dye and ECW, and they dropped that. I like how they switched to like coming out in more camouflage fatigue type shit. You know what I'm saying? But still maintaining that edge that took them from ECW to the WWF and took them all over the world. Everybody knew when Ray said Devon get the title. Okay. This is the reason why a lot of the actual publications, insiders, things like that, would consider the Dudley Boys the single greatest tag team ever. Are you ready for the list?
The list?
Mm-hmm.
What's the list? What do we got?
Their total title reigns as a tag team.
Oh, run it down.
ECW, 8 times. New Japan, IGWP. Okay, we talk about a major international promotion. 2 times. WCW, 1 time. Under the new WWE banner, 1 time. The original WWF banner, 8 times. 3 times in TNA NWA, so tag team alone, 23 world tag team titles they have secured through the duration of their career.
23 total.
Total. The only
That's
team.
crazy.
Crazy. This is just 8-time ECW alone. Okay. And like I said, there's that one WWE after the brand was split. Yet when they originally came, that was still a WWF. And under the WWF, 8 times for that. Okay. Individually, Bubba Ray had 10 hardcore title reigns. He also had 2 TNA world title reigns as a singles wrestler. Devon had 2 single TNA TV world title reigns as a single wrestler. But yes, so as a tag team, though, 23 secured world
That
titles.
is no half stepping right there, folks.
That is a lot of hard work, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lot of gold. That's a lot of straps. Okay. A lot of people said it, oh, they were just gimmicky and got lucky. I never felt that, because if you really know wrestling and still be able to perform in the, you still have to perform a backdrop. You still have to perform an elbow drop. You know what I'm saying? And they were physical and brutal with it, inside and outside the ring, prior to introducing the table. Yeah, you know the table's coming. Yeah, you're going to go through a lot of damage before they even get to that table, okay? These 2 guys, Bubba Ray, Devon, the Dudley Boys, T3D, however you want to refer to them, okay? Argument for the single greatest tag team of all time. I mean, listen, people, 23 secure world titles through multiple federations, stateside and outside the U.S. I mean, what do you want? Are the Dudley Boys the GOAT of tag teams?
So solidify, and so out of all the tag teams that we've ran down in the different volumes of Ultimate Tag Teams,
right,
would you say that the Dudley Boys are your top, the crescendo, the 2 not to be fooled with out of all? Are they the kings of the tag team mountain?
I mean, 23 world titles, man.
That is 23. A hell of a number. So give us.
Go ahead.
So how about this? Since we're talking about it,
okay.
Give us this. Give us your top 10, real quick. Run them down. You don't got to get into too many specifics. Top 10 tag teams of all time to finish out the tag team volume, so we can hit them fresh next Monday.
I don't know if I can do 10 right now at the top of the head. I know I can give you at least 5. Well, I can give you what I got.
No, I don't have a top 5. I don't have a top 5 banner, so you're going with top 10. Run them down.
Okay,
10 tag teams.
We've discussed 5 over the last 2 weeks. So the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, Harlem Heat, the Steiner Brothers. There's 5 right there, okay? Of course, the Road Warriors. Duh. Shout out to Earth and Earth. Road Warriors. If I dug way back in the crates, since I am a little older than y'all, I would say the original, I'm talking about the original 4 Horsemen, Ole and Arn as a tag team, because they really pioneered that cutting off the ring, isolating the opponent, became a tag team staple. I don't care who you were. Jeez, man, so many.
Where you at with it?
That's what, 5. So we did 5. Road Warriors 6. Who does it say? And Ole and Arn Anderson at 7. So I need 3 more. Oh wow. I'm gonna go way back. Like way back. Me personally. Being from Louisville, Kentucky, Mid-South, Memphis region, big feature here. I gotta say the fabulous ones. Okay. So two more. Oh, that's easy. Rock and Roll Express. Yeah, two more. Oh, that's easy. Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express. There you go.
There it goes. There's your top 10. There you have it, folks. Apocalypse top 10 tag teams of all time. Now, before we close out this volume, my friend, do you have any last regards on the tag teams that we ran through the past 3 nights? Anything final touches you want to put on the volumes, or just readdress it when we're ready for 4?
Well, I mean, just this whole series up to this point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, think about that heyday that we focus on as far as professional wrestling. So whether individually or tag teams. I mean, these are tag teams you got to know and love. Okay, in any capacity. I do love that as far as this edition, we did say the coup de grace as far as the Dudley Boys, particularly with the number of World Tag Team title reigns they secured. Hence the question, hashtag, are the Dudleys the GOATs of tag team?
Are the Dudleys the GOATs? And I mean, you would say yes. You would say yes, correct?
I would definitely say yes. I'm not going to argue. Like I would never put another tag team all time over them.
Well, as the host of Mayhem, I think that we're going to make Mayhem's tag team the Dudley Boys. So any viewers out there, any naysayers with an alternate opinion, call in with your facts.
Bring that smoke. We want all that smoke. You know, I got that smoke. Like, for real. It's Blurred Minds Media. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all around the world, we have enjoyed bringing this presentation to you, trying to enlighten and brighten your day up a little bit. Go ahead.
I wanted to throw out a little request live on the show real quick for maybe the possible one of many discussions to come for next Monday, my friend.
Okay.
So I was just going to throw this out there, see if you was ready to have the discussion, let the viewers know what I had on my mind.
See, reasons like this is how I know there is a God.
Are you ready to go in? I mean, obviously, we would definitely have multiple volumes on this topic itself, but are you ready to go in on the NWO for the first time?
This was one of the last shows we started working on the former UF banner, okay? And like a couple of the new shows on the Blurred Minds Media, the point is, I still have my fucking notes.
Well, my friend, sounds like we know what to look forward to for next Monday.
Ladies and gentlemen, J Wall has declared, and your man Chris, aka Apocalypse, got to co-sign. We're gonna hit y'all with the new mixtape, NWO mixtape, Volume 1. This one's going to totally raise the roof off this motherfucker. Shout out to George Clinton and Pete Funk Nation. All right, I'm feeling funky like that because this is a show I've been wanting to do for months. I still have my notes. I got another week of more homework to add to my notes, and then I'm gonna have to break those notes down. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be crazy. And like I said, since it's NWO and the history is deep and long and story, this is just mixtape Volume 1. Man, we dropping that shit. Blurred Minds Media, please come back and check us out. Don't forget Shop Talk Sports, another edition, another weekly roundup. Hopefully Big E is going to come back and host once again. You know, J Wall may chime in. I may chime in. Tobias may chime in. JD may be feeling better. He may chime in. Uncle Eugene may chime in. They both missed tonight's show. Okay. The point of the matter is, Blurred Minds Media, we trying to get it out there. We working hard, all right, trying to entertain and educate, and eventually, you know, Bang, CTC times 2. Cut the crap, cut the check. Anyway, J-Wall, NWO. Are they ready? Are you ready? I don't know if they're ready. Are you ready?
Oh, we ready. We going in. Volume 1,
You know,
NWO, next Monday Night Mayhem, right here on Blurred Minds Media.
Blurred Minds Media, trying to get it done, trying to keep it hot. It's getting cold. We're trying to keep the fires burning hot, y'all. This NWO mixtape volume 1 is going to be sick, fucking off the chart. We're going to get into it, all right? In the meantime, in between time, it's all right with my man J-Wall. Maybe one last commercial break, and we sign off, man.
And we out of here.